Hi everyone, I hope everyone's having a fantastic week, and I want to thank everybody who went over to the channel I recommended the other day, La Lita Loco. I'm going to put another link down below just in case you didn't check out that channel. They're a new cruising channel and they just talk about everything, and they're a fun couple to watch. And so I thought it might be interesting for you if you wanted to check them out as well and help them hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. What am I talking about today? Well, I'm getting a lot of questions just when I'm talking to people and booking cruises and everything, and we're talking about cabins, and they ask me what is my favorite cabin to book. And I said, well, there's so many choices out there, it depends on the cruise line, etc., etc. And they said, well, if you discount suites and things like that. So I'm just booking an inside or an ocean view or a balcony. What ship and what cabin do I want to book as my cabin for somebody who's cruised as often as I have? Well, the answer might surprise you, and it's coming up right after this. So first off, we're going to discount anything above the balcony category. So mini suites, aft balconies, because they're mostly suites, because you know I love to be on the rear of the ship where I can watch the wake and I can watch the ports leave when I'm sailing out of ports every day and things like that. But just regular ships. Well, my actual favorite cabin to be on is a balcony, but it's not the ocean view balcony you would think of. I like being on one of the Oasis class ships in the boardwalk section near the rear of the ship, one of the last three balconies. And the reason for that is, first of all, you have the ocean show below where all the divers are and the dancers that perform nightly. You don't have to go down to the theater and sit there and save your place and everything like that. You can just step out on your balcony and watch the show any night of the cruise, anytime you want to do it. So it's really fun to be up there and just be able to sit there and have a glass of wine or a coffee and watch the show directly from your balcony. Not only that, because you're at that end of the ship and near the opening, you also have views of the ocean as well. So that's a perk. Then you look down below and you have the activities going on in the boardwalk, and it just kind of seems like a little bit more of a community, a little bit more of things going on in those kind of things. Now, I warn you, don't get too high at the rear of the ship, because if you get too high, there's a section on the rear of the ship that kind of sticks out, and it can interfere, it interferes with your view of the ocean and things like that. So I kind of like to go right in the middle of the two decks, between the lowest and the uppermost, and try and get in that section. That way, you're close enough to see the shows and you're high enough to see the ocean, and it's fairly quiet. Everyone thinks, oh, well, you're on the boardwalk, it's noisy all the time. The only time it's really noisy is when the show's going on. And even then, if you close up the balcony doors, it really does knock out almost 100% of the sound. It's not as noisy as you would think it is. Another perk of booking those suites is, for some reason, Royal Caribbean thinks those cabins aren't going to sell as much, so they offer some perks. So the same with if you're booking into the Central Park area, there's different perks. For instance, the last time I was on there, I got 2 soda packages for free. I got lunch at Rockin' Johnny's for 4 people for free. And I got a family pack for going on a private rock climbing wall at the same time. So that's, just add it in. Not to mention, I prefer that cabin out of all the other cabins in the place, unless we're going to the suite categories. Then you can just go all over the place. So there you go. That's one of the reasons I like booking that cabin. And if you're thinking of going on an Oasis class ship, take a look at those balcony cabins, because they're cheaper than the ocean view. You get extra perks. You can see the show from your area. Now, the one watch out is, and it's just a small one, if you're prone to seasickness, remember you're near the rear of the ship. So there's going to be a little bit more movement. But really, on a ship that large, the wakes in the ocean have to be pretty darn large for you to feel anything. So it's not a huge concern as far as I'm concerned. Well, that's my cabin. What kind of cabin do you guys like to sail on, and what's your favorite cabin on your favorite ship? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more tips and more talking about cruising, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.